It. Hello YouTube, Twitch, it's time. It's freaking time for the 6.7 live stream.
I must return to the moon.
Are we still...
Realize my mission.
Are we still at that? Oh, is that a Kuvaki? Kuhenki? Okay, we are in Sci-Fi Impact now.
After the Pioneer landed, he began to explore the moon and circumlunar zone. One day, while in the circumlunar zone, he received a mysterious signal from deep space.
All I want is to go back home and see what other gifts Alen wanted me to inherit. I really can't go anywhere without running into
Oh,
you two.
Sandrone! What happened to Purlonia? Are we getting a ship?
Our film, A Homecoming, officially begins!
The aquarium
Sitlali!
for the a celebration of the entertainment industry. No one would choose to sit this one out.
Furina, Sitlali. Okay, the new costumes look great.
Does that count as a prophecy?
The reversed moon.
They are bringing so many characters back.
The terminal has detected the appearance of an unknown individual. Its purpose was to turn the moon into a space-based weapon.
Are we back to that?
I already learned the truth at the moon's core. As for this place, it is the masterpiece of that Dragon Lord of Darkness. She is the key to activating Project Moongazer. Don't go, Columbina.
Sandrone?
Knew what this order would cost from the beginning.
If Columbina is calling for help, the spaceship's our only chance.
Project Moongazer. It responded to me.
I have a certain feeling about how she views that descender.
If what Alen said is true, then I'm about to be born anew. Inverted. World formula. Reversion.
Okay, this is gonna be insane. Okay. Wait, what?
Hello, travelers! I'm Zach Aguilar, the voice
I
of the
feel
male
like we need to
traveler,
increase the
Ether.
volume.
And hosting with me today, we have...
Hi everyone, I'm Emmy Lowe, the voice of Columbina.
Hi guys, I'm Skylar Davenport, the voice of Sitlali.
Yes, so happy to have you guys here! And
Yay.
to all our travelers out there,
their
welcome
voices
to the
kind of
Virgin
sound
Luna
different.
8 special program, Sunny Summer Fontanalia.
Fontanalia. Wait, isn't that the name of a festival in Fontaine?
Yeah, that's right. Travelers might remember it from version 4.3, the one where we shot that film with all our friends and made all those fun memories.
Yep, and the fun continues in this version because, in addition to our friends from Fontaine, a special guest is also going to be at this year's Fontanalia Film Festival.
Ah, you mean Columbina,
Columbina is
right?
coming with
That's
us.
right. After things settled down in Nodcry, she wanted to expand her horizons a bit. And with the festival going on, Nefer recommended a trip to Fontaine.
Oh, is that the only reason though?
Maybe.
I mean, Fontaine is also Sandrone's homeland, isn't it?
True.
True. But no one knows what happened to her after that battle in Nodcry against the Torre. The suspense is killing me.
I mean,
Then maybe
nobody
you'll be
knows.
happy to hear that the wait is over. Once travelers head to Fontaine, an unexpected reunion with this old friend isn't too far off.
Sandrone is back.
A self-introduction? Very well. For the sake of etiquette,
Oh, look,
I'll
this
humor
is
you
perfect.
just
This is the voice.
Once. Behold, before you stands Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers. Hi everyone,
I'm Deneen Mulledy, the voice of Sandrone. The wait is over. I'm just so happy she's back.
That was awesome. Welcome!
Yay, thank you.
Welcome back, Sandrone.
Oh,
Oh.
thanks. Oh, wait. Should I give a more Sandrone-like answer? Like,
Sandrone.
So Sandrone. It was so surreal seeing Sandrone in that version trailer. It's been too long.
I know, personality-wise, it doesn't seem like she's changed much. Still the grumpy Sandrone we all know and love.
True, but I feel like travelers have got to be wondering how she came back to life. I know I am.
Yeah, does it have something to do with the final gift we heard about in her animated short?
Well, Alen did leave behind a gift for her, but she actually never knew anything about it.
So that means during the battle against Ettore, she really was prepared for it to be the end.
Yep, she 100% put her life on the line during that battle. So when she woke up to find herself very much, well, you know, not dead, it was a surprise to her as well. Alen's final gift was kind of like a second chance.
Huh, but the damage she sustained in that battle was so severe. Why didn't the second chance activate right then and there?
Now that's the question. There's actually another factor at play in all of
They
this.
did not finish
We're
designing
gonna
her.
get into it in a bit, but
That's
for now,
why.
all you need to know is that she owes her recovery to a combination
Oh,
of things.
Oh, okay.
Convenient.
So there's a story there.
For sure.
You know, speaking of the animated short, it was so cool to get a little insight into Sandrone and Alen's life together.
Right, the Lord Artificer, Alen Giotan, Sandrone's creator. Her notes mention that Alen built her in his later years as a way to remember his sister, Marianne.
Oh.
And speaking of, both Alan and Marianne have some connection to the Narcissenkreuz Ordo, right? That mysterious organization in Fontaine?
Yeah, that's right. In certain quests, we even see a photo from when the two of them were kids. Then, in his later years, Alen had Sandrone by his side. They were family, and the days they spent together were quiet and peaceful.
So nice.
Yeah.
Wow. No wonder remembering Alen's funeral made Sandrone so upset in that animated short.
Yeah. Columbina definitely tried to cheer her up, but her methods are always a bit, unconventional.
Well, honestly, before joining the Fatui, I doubt Sandrone ever expected to get close to Columbina, Arlecchino, and Rosaline, let alone have tea parties with them.
Yes, that scene was so sweet.
Yeah.
I'm sure those are nostalgic memories for all of them.
Totally.
Especially Columbina and Sandrone.
Yeah.
They're actually really close. They even played games together during Moon Prayer Night.
Oh yeah, underneath that tough exterior, you can totally tell Sandrone has a soft spot for
Totally.
Columbina.
No. It's
Oh,
more like
the-
Columbina wore
the
her down
years.
over time.
Same thing.
Well, but of course, she was part of the Columbina rescue plan.
Part of it, her formula is the whole reason we were able to bring Columbina back.
Yeah, the way she faced Ettore head on just to give us the chance to complete it. It was heart-wrenching.
Why did she take part, by the
Put
way,
herself in danger
in
and
that
ultimately
fight,
sacrificed everything
instead of
to
just
save her
staying
friend?
back and calculating the
really
formula? I kind of
Yeah,
forgot. Did
which
she
is
need
why
to
it was
be...
even harder for Columbina to accept that she was gone.
Well, honestly, that was also emotional. But the good news is, she's back now.
It would have been more emotional if we did not already
Wait,
know
speaking
she's
of,
gonna...
I noticed she has a new mechanism by her side too.
Purlonia got
yes.
gender
The
band.
Facilitatrice Automatisée Généraliste Interactive et Omnitâche.
Wow, good job.
Yay!
Well, pardon my French. Also known as Baggio.
Wow, a new helper. Oh, she looks super cool.
Mhm.
Hold on, I don't think we've seen Polonia yet, though.
Okay.
Right. Polonia was really put through the ringer in Nod Cry and sustained a lot of damage during the battle against Ettore.
So they
I'm
killed
trying
off
to get
Polonia
I
to
know,
gender bend
I know.
the Hermec.
But unfortunately, that's something travelers are going to have to wait to uncover in-game.
Well, just based on the name alone, Faggio seems pretty impressive.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Basically, she's an all-purpose automaton. From everyday chores to intense combat encounters, she can do it all.
Wow.
Oh, even if her name is kind of a mouthful.
You know, from the land of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. I'd expect nothing less.
Sandrone's eyes kind of look different too. It looks like there are little gears inside of them.
Yeah, and I see some new gems and accessories on her skirt. Very fancy.
Right? There are a lot of little added details, but
Yeah,
wait,
now we know
doesn't
why it took a
Sandrone's
while
vision
to
look a
bring
little
her
different
back.
than other characters?
Huh, you're right. It's star-shaped.
Ah, yes. This is important because it's not your typical vision. It's actually a stellar linchpin. Mhm.
What's that?
Well, remember when I said Elend's gift wasn't the only reason Sandrone was able to wake up? Well, this is the other reason. Stellar linchpins are extremely rare, and according to Fatui research, they have some connection to the third descender.
Fancy.
Whoa, okay. I didn't expect us to casually start talking about descenders.
Honestly, though, to this day, no one knows
Okay, so
exactly
this
what
is a new
causes
mechanic
stellar
for
linchpin to be
Snezhnaya
manifest.
stellar
But what we do know is
visions.
that those who wield them can alter certain elemental reactions.
Oh, so kind of like the lunar reactions.
Okay,
where powers outside the
okay,
seven
yes.
elements are involved.
Yes, that's exactly.
Take Sandrone, for example. She wields a cryo-stellar linchpin and can convert the superconduct reaction into stellar conduct, temporarily transforming the surrounding area into a pole star field.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
that must
so-
be this area centered around the star-shaped crystal, right? I remember it from the Snezhnaya preview teaser.
That's right. Enemies within this AoE will have their physical resistance reduced. But more importantly, the pole star field
That's
will
why
store
they
dissipating
buffed all
cryo
these
and electro-elemental energy.
electro and cryo
This
characters,
stored
huh?
energy can then be used to increase the stellar conduct, cryo, and electro damage of characters within this AoE. In addition, certain characters will gain special abilities while within the pole star field.
Oh, so we get buffed and enemies get less physical resistance. Sounds like stellar conduct is going to be a powerful tool in our arsenal.
Yeah, it sounds like the new,
Plus,
the new
in
shit.
Snezhnaya, stellar conduct will have unique gameplay applications.
As
outside of
long
combat
as they
too.
release 4 stars,
So cool.
you know.
With the arrival of
for this.
Sandrone, the chance to experiment with this new reaction is just around the corner.
Yeah! Now that she has this stellar linchpin, what are her combat skills like?
Well, it definitely allows her to make greater use of her computational abilities. With the help of the stellar conduct reaction, she's able to control various mechanisms and flexibly deal damage. So let's take a second to see her in action.
The skirt really wasn't made for weather like this. How in the blazes did Rosalind used to cope? Ha! Come on, keep up.
I like how she, how unbothered she
That's
is.
my hypothesis. What a joke.
What a joke.
Oh, I love all the mechanical elements. Using all those mechanisms, it's like she barely has to lift a finger.
Of course, it would be unbecoming of a lady to muddy her hem. Like we've heard already, stellar conduct is a big part of her kit. Not only can she convert the superconduct reaction into stellar conduct, but she can also increase the stellar conduct damage of her entire team.
Okay,
Whoa.
Columbina for
Yeah.
stellar conduct.
Looks like her attacks pack a bigger punch under the effects of stellar conduct.
That's right. Sandrone often lets her mechanisms do the dirty work for her. For example, with her charged attack, Sandrone will command Fagio to fire condensed beams at enemies. The damage dealt by her condensed beams is considered stellar conduct damage.
Ooh, attacks like this usually have some sort of overload mechanic, right? Is that true for Sandrone as well?
Yes! Continuously firing condensed beams will cause Fagio to accumulate decoding power. Sandrone can then use her elemental skill to decrease Fagio's decoding power, while quickly maneuvering around the field and firing prism shots at enemies. Nice.
Wow. Okay,
Oh,
couldn't have
she-
said it better myself.
She flies.
Got it right?
Yep. Basically, by alternating between her charged attack and elemental skill, Sandrone can leverage her mechanical prowess and Fagio's powerful beams to clear out the field with ease. But that's only part of her tactical strategy. With her elemental burst, Sandrone bombards enemies with artillery fire and light beams, dealing AoE cryo damage. If Sandrone is within the pole star field, the damage of the light beams is also considered stellar conduct
So
damage.
she's pretty pretty much a must-pull. She already was, but now with
Crazy
Stellar
how
Conduct,
powerful
there is
and
literally
elegant she is
no
at the same time.
no way
Not
you
a hair
can't
out of
have her.
place.
Yeah. Even when bombarding us with a boatload of
She is the
firepower.
Columbina of Stellar Conduct.
Man, it's gonna be so fun to explore Snezhnaya with Sandrone too.
Yeah, Snezhnaya is where the Fatui headquarters are, after all. I feel like we can definitely expect Sandrone to play a part in the upcoming story.
Imagine if she
The main
didn't.
headquarters of the Adventurers Guild are also in Snezhnaya. I was just thinking about that because the Traveler first met Sandrone at the Adventurers Guild in Nod Cry.
Right, when she took Catherine's place.
Well, Catherine is Sandrone's creation, so in retrospect, I guess we shouldn't have been so surprised. But
Upgrade.
I'll let you in on
Not
a little secret.
creation. Upgrade.
If you turn in your daily commissions to Catherine with Sandrone and the party, in addition to the regular rewards, you'll receive dessert rewards as well.
Okay, you know what? This is cool.
Guess Sandrone still loves a good tea party.
Well, of
A
course.
cool tidbit
inviting friends over for
of
afternoon
lore,
tea
you
is
know?
how a lady engages with polite society. Plus, to make hosting tea parties even easier, Sandrone invented a portable tea table. All you need to do is send out an invitation letter, and you can enjoy afternoon tea with friends.
Wait, what?
Aw, I wonder if she met them during the Fontanalia Film Festival.
Oh, that sounds possible.
Can you-
If the last
she has
Fontanalia
special
festival was
interactions with
anything
other
to go by,
characters?
I feel like travelers are going to have a lot to look forward to this time around.
For sure. So, let's get into it, shall we? Does everyone remember Risley's giant ship, the Wingalet?
I mean, it looks familiar-ish.
Oh, I know. That's the ark he built in the fortress of Meropide, right? To deal with the whole prophecy situation?
Yes, that's right. It turns out an aquarium will be opening on the Wingalet during the Fontanalia Film Festival. And it seems like Sandrone has her own room on the ship as well.
Wait, and are those two things related? Sandrone being on the ship and the aquarium?
I mean, based on what we know about her so far, I'd be pretty surprised if she suddenly developed a passion for marine animals.
Yeah, there must be another reason then.
Guess travelers will just have to play through the story to find out.
Well, Sandrone's activities might be a mystery, but Columbina's aboard the ship for a much more straightforward reason. She's actually acting in one of the films, and her crew is shooting on the Wingalet.
Right where Sandrone is?
Of course, Columbina.
The intrigue.
Columbina
I
is
know.
definitely a movie
I'm so
star.
excited for travelers to see how it all plays out. So be sure to check out the Sunny Summer Fontanalia event. during
Like,
the
she
new
has the
version.
looks,
For a
she
limited
has the
time,
aura.
Completing the event story will also reward travelers with additional Ascension materials.
We
for
better be the main
Sandrone.
character in that
Yay!
movie
All
with
this talk
Columbina.
about the Wingalet must mean Risley's making an appearance during the festival too, right?
Yep. In fact, during filming, Columbina even convinced him to check out a mysterious fortune-telling stall, though fate may have been leading him there already.
Wait, is that Barbalot's Dodoko? So the Hexenzirkel's in Fontaine now?
They are really
That's
marketing
right.
Hexen
Apparently
Circle
it's
now.
because Barbaloth happened to catch a glimpse of a strange omen.
I guess we are
during a recent
closer and
divination.
closer to Alice release
Very
date.
mysterious. And it had something to do with the traveler's friends.
That's right, and Risley isn't the only one who's been guided here by fate. Mage B's stall has been getting quite a few visitors.
Yep, and that's when she uses lunar arcana to read their future. For example, Risley draws the upright Emperor card.
Fancy.
Whoa, that sounds impressive. What does it mean?
Don't worry. Barbaloth will explain the revelations of the lunar arcana in-game. In addition to her insights, each character that visits her stall will also receive a tangible boost to their abilities, including ones relating to the stellar
Oh,
conduct
this is how they're
reaction.
okay.
For
This is
example,
how they're
after
marketing
Risley's revelation
the
is
buffs for
unveiled,
a.
whenever he's
I
within the
talked too
pulsar
soon.
field generated by the stellar conduct reaction, he'll be able to restore HP more
I
frequently
mean, not really.
with
They
his
kind of
charged
announced
attacks,
them before, but I
allowing
should
him
have
to
waited
unleash
for
more enhanced
the
neural
live stream
attacks.
announcement.
Yae Miko's Sessho Sakuras are also getting enhanced.
Miko
Not only will their
buffs!
duration be extended, but they won't be destroyed after she
Finally!
casts her elemental burst.
Still, her elemental bars
When Yae Miko is within a
kind of
pulsar
suck.
field, the lightning strikes from her Sessho Sakura will be able to deal additional damage, and that damage is considered stellar conduct damage.
In addition, when Chi-Chi is within a Polestar field,
Okay, you
her
know-
elemental skill will provide the party with a damage bonus to reactions like Stellar Conduct and deal
Finally,
additional
Chi-Chi
damage
has some
alongside the
value.
active character.
And when Cyno is within a Polestar field, his elemental skill will allow him to temporarily enter the pack swarm
But
path
all of
clear
these
state
buffs,
to deal quick bursts of damage over a short period of time.
all of these
Let's
buffs
go.
are conditional
These are just some examples
on.
of the witches' revelations travelers can look forward to in Luna 8. We don't have time to introduce them all, so be sure to check
All
out
of
the
these
rest
buffs
in-game.
are conditional
And
on having
as for the new
Sandrone.
reactions coming in Snezhnaya, Stellar Conduct is just the beginning, so buckle up, travelers.
So thanks to these revelations, a bunch of our old friends are not only getting stronger,
Only when
but they
used
can now
with
interact
stellar
with the stellar
characters.
conduct mechanic as well.
That's right. Basically, after unveiling their revelation, some of their talents and skills will be enhanced while within a pulsar.
While
Ooh,
within
awesome.
a
So,
skill.
if you have any of those characters, you can pair them with Sandrone and see all the new things they can do with the Stellar Conduct mechanic.
Sandrone must
There
pull.
are also other changes in store as part of these revelations, as well as interesting
I
stories
wonder if
associated
the
with lunar
Cryo
arcana
Traveler
card
is
each
gonna
character
have
draws.
stellar reaction.
But we'll leave that for travelers to experience for themselves.
During the trailer,
Plus,
we've
the
seen
characters of
some.
The Witch's Revelation will also be featured on the Light Race Wish banner, so don't miss out if you're
I
interested.
already have all
And
the characters
as for
there.
other event wishes, in the first half of Luna 8, travelers can look
Sandrone,
forward to
I
event
have
wishes
Citlali, I
for
can-
Sandrone
No,
and Citlali.
no!
A new 5-star claymore, a
No!
teaspoon of transcendence.
I have
will
Citlali and
also be
her
featured
weapon.
on
That
the
banner
weapon
sucks for
And in
me.
the second half of Luna 8, we'll have returning event wishes
Oh,
for Columbina
that
and the Raiden
banner
Shogun.
sucks so much. Because I
Alright, it's
risk
about time
losing
for a
to
first
Cit.
break.
You know what?
We'll be back with
Citlali's
information
weapon
on a
is pretty
mysterious
strong,
new
you know?
area,
So maybe it's
stay
not so
tuned.
bad.
Yay!
Tea parties. Marionette. That's the first code. Look at it. Okay. What's with the water reflection? Look, you know, I've seen all the discussions about Sandrone and Newsfeed and so on and so forth. I don't care. I like it, you know. However, I'm gonna say this. Why did they get rid of Polonia? That new mechanic, if they got rid of Polonia, at least make a cooler construct, something more different, you know. The one that, the mecha that she has now, it fully reminds me of Aglaya from Honkai Star Rail, of the garment maker, you know. If you gender bend Polonia, if you give her a female mecha, at least make it cooler.
Welcome back, travelers.
Wait a second. That planet in the background, is that Tibet?
That's
Yes.
right. This summer, we're heading on a very special adventure. So strap in, everyone, and prepare for launch!
So the summer will take place on the moon. They are really starting to.
Oh my god, we're actually in outer space? This is incredible! When you mentioned a special adventure, I didn't think it would take us outside of Tibet.
I did
And
because
not
you
just
showed it in the
anywhere
trailer.
Outside of Tibet, we're heading to.
The moon.
Where else? Where else?
Ooh, it looks amazing. Look at those buildings. This place is looking a lot different than when Columbina brought us here before.
Well, she did say she wanted to clean up the place a bit before inviting the traveler
The
back.
place was not
Even the area with the traveler
designed yet.
spaceship looks completely different.
Yeah, seems like Columbina has been taking great care of
Yeah,
this
she
place.
just constructed through
So,
3
are
towers
we
of
here for the summer
Mordor.
adventure
In
at
the
her
month
invitation?
we did not see her.
It's a bit more complicated than that. The traveler actually notices that Columbina's been acting a bit off, and out of concern, follows her all the way to some ancient dragon ruins.
Inside the ruins, the traveler acquires a mysterious power known as Archeoloon energy, which seems to be able to manipulate gravity.
Archeoloon energy. So
Yes.
these ruins must have something to do with the moon.
Yeah,
Are there
don't say.
clues here about why Columbina is acting strange.
There
How
are.
about
The traveler
we
will
ask her?
encounter a strange black kuhenki. We think she might have some connection to Columbina, and when we follow her, the trail leads straight to a lunar shuttle.
Oh, so
Ooh.
that's the spaceship we saw earlier.
Yep. After we explain the situation, our new Kuhenki friend, Eggy, agrees to head to the moon with us to search for Columbina.
We got a replacement for Luonatar.
Yeah, that's another Paimon original.
Okay, got it. Oh, I can't wait to see what the different areas of the moon are gonna be like. Is there a lunar base or something?
There is. That's actually the first stop on our lunar expedition, the Eye of Ibni Bellum. Like travelers experienced before when Columbina led us to our spaceship, the gravity here is completely different from Tevat. In fact, the entire lunar surface is like this.
Plus, by
That's
using
kind.
Archeolunar
That's
energy,
very cool,
we can make
actually.
our bodies even more lightweight.
Ooh, that should make lunar exploration a lot easier.
That's cool.
Before that, though, we'll need to rescue Eggy, because after we land on the moon, she somehow gets captured by a strange device.
Oh no, Eggy!
Yeah.
And to do that, we'll need to venture into some
So Sandrone is gonna be the
underground
only new
ruins. Of course,
character.
with the help of Archeolune energy, the mechanisms and guards around here shouldn't pose too much of a challenge.
Then we'll head to the lunar surface
know what?
monitoring station. After accessing the terminal, we'll learn
I
about
know
the
this is the
mysterious
only
Project
way
Moongazer,
they could have
which seems to
ever
have some
designed
connection to the
Sandrone.
ancient dragons.
Whoa.
Dragons.
So does that mean the dragons had plans for the moon?
Are we repeating now the
That is
lore?
for travelers to discover for themselves
Wasn't the
in-game.
king of the dragons using
But
the
good
moons
news
as some
is,
kind
the
of
terminal
weapons?
also gives
Didn't
us
he
a few
turn
clues
them
on
into
where to search for
Deathstars?
Columbina, which leads us to our next stop on our lunar adventure, Ungyen's Circle.
Usually hidden away, this facility is used to research lunar life forms and also seems to have some connection to Project Moongazer.
Whoa, now this looks completely different from the lunar
Okay, this
landscape
is-
outside. Looks like the dragons turned this place into some kind of experimental
This is cool.
lab.
Exactly. This is also where we'll meet other Kuhenki who come from the same
It
place
kind
as
of
Eggy.
reminds me of
Apparently, these
Bjartre
Kuhenki
Woods
are
from
obsessed with
Wuthering
wearing
Waves,
all
but bro,
kinds of different
it's
hats.
Oh,
oh, they're adding costumes for the
Columbina, though.
but it's
Well,
because the
according to
gachas
records in
are
the terminal,
always
Columbina was
targeting
here
the
at some
same
point,
ideas.
And there was a giant
It's just
Kuhenki by her
inevitable.
side.
Yeah, so to find her, travelers will need to follow the giant Kuhenki high into the sky, clearing away moonlit vines and repairing an elevator along the way.
I'm gonna say
This
though,
elevator will take travelers high above the moon's surface to the third stop on our lunar expedition, the Space Lifeform Capture Station.
Wow, so the dragons not only built bases on the moon, but also a whole
they
structure
built
above
a
it.
space station.
This place doesn't look like it's in the best of shape, though.
They built a
Yeah.
freaking best
Apparently, it also
space
has
station.
some connection to Project Moongazer. If travelers follow this damaged
Bro, it's so
passageway, they
insane
can
how
even reach the
similar
open space
Notkai was to
outside the
La
station.
Heroi
Wow.
on,
look at
on
that.
in some
Looks so beautiful
in
from
some
this angle.
situations.
Mhm.
And it's not like they could
We know
have
the giant
copied each
Kuhenki was
other, you
heading
know,
for the capture
copied each other's
station,
homework.
but what about
It was simply no
Columbina?
time. It's
Don't
just that
worry, she's there too.
somehow
We
they
finally
managed
found
to
What
release
is she
both of
doing
the.
here,
They,
though?
it simply
Well,
just
she noticed
happened.
a disturbance in a certain area of the moon, and it seems to be affecting the creatures there. So she came to the capture station to get a better look. That's when the traveler finds her.
Well, of course, the travelers never wanted to leave a problem unsolved. Columbina needs our help, so together
We are
head
gonna
to the
fly
area
together.
of the disturbance.
This is gonna be
Which
so
happens to be
peak.
none other than the lunar sea. Be careful though. Even though it looks beautiful, the high concentration of Archeolune energy makes this a treacherous place. Travelers will need to avoid the blue areas at all costs.
Ooh.
But I see a lot of blue. How are we supposed to cross?
Just cross
Don't worry.
forehead.
Thanks to Columbina, the schools of Kuhenki living here are more than willing to help out. They can mimic the jellyfish and whales that live in the lunar sea to help us get across.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
The ecosystem on the moon is even
They
more
created a
diverse than I
completely different
imagined.
world for the
I
summer
know,
event.
right? Travelers might even encounter some interesting
Wait!
slimes.
Tell me this is gonna
Of
stay here
course,
after the
aside from
end.
the areas we just introduced, there are tons of other places waiting for
Don't tell me
travelers
this
to
is gonna
explore,
be gone
including
after
the
the
ever
summer.
mysterious far side of the moon.
Wait, you're saying we get to go to the dark side of the moon too?
Holy
Ooh,
shit.
Are we getting aliens now?
Besides the traveler, you mean?
Hey!
yeah, we have aliens at home, you guys. Chill. No, but seriously, there's a hidden base on the far side of the moon, too? This dragon technology is crazy.
I know, right?
Mhm. Of course, there's a lot
How
more
did they
to
manage to
explore
do all
on
of
the
this
far
with
side of
their
the moon as
hands,
well.
you know?
That's right, there's so much more to this lunar adventure than we've been able to cover here.
So be sure to check it out for
Dragon
yourselves
hand.
in-game.
Wow, this is actually insane. There are so many cool areas and creatures to check out. I bet travelers can't wait.
Yeah, I know, right? Plus, to make lunar exploration a bit easier, the devs have made a few optimizations to the map. After the version update, there will now be an indicator showing which layer of the map you're currently on. And when
Ooh.
selecting a landmark with a layer indicator, the layer UI will still remain visible. Of course, this optimization also applies to the Tevat map as well.
Ooh,
They're
plus,
not
the
bad,
moon
but-
area is permanent, so travelers can come
Ooh,
back and explore
it's
anytime.
permanent. I knew it.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, who would have thought the Song of the Welkin Moon would actually end with us going to the moon?
I know. We're really putting the Luna in Luna 8 this time.
Well, I hate to be the one to bring us back down to Earth, but it's time for our next break.
Aw.
We'll be back with exciting information on the
The
Luna
new
8
area looks
event
crazy.
lineup.
See you soon.
The new area looks insane. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to do the exploration for that. You know, it's actually looking interesting, and it should be easy with some kind of interactive map or whatnot. Anyway, what I was speaking about, alright, how it kind of reminded me of some places from Lahairoi, like the Biartre Woods and the freaking space station. Of course, space stations in Wuthering Waves was actually fallen. It was literally dropped down and crashed. This time we are going to a freaking real space station. We are finally touching the space. I know. So they are experimenting with space travel, which is probably gonna be the main theme after Snezhnaya. And what I'm thinking, they're gonna start connecting the Hoyoverse. ZZZ, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a different world altogether and all that. But Honkai Star Rail.
Welcome back, travelers!
You know, there's a character we forgot to mention when we were talking about the Fontinalia Festival earlier. Seat Lolly.
Yeah! Granny actually left her house!
Hey, she likes to be social. Sometimes. The important thing is, she has a new outfit.
Wow, look at all the bows!
And the pigtails! That is so cute.
Wait, we just made a big deal about her leaving her house, but doesn't it look like she's wearing pajamas?
No.
Oh my god, it really does! She even has an eye mask and everything!
Yep.
Hey,
Seat Lolly pajamas.
enough running into the traveler looking like that. Let's not embarrass her further and leave the rest for travelers to discover in game.
I mean, it's very cute. I actually don't know if I should get it or not.
Trip to Fontaine, though, it turns
Because
out
her
favorite light
base
novel
outfit is
being
already
adapted
fire.
into a film, and the crew is filming on the winglet.
Oh, and Charlotte's starring in it? Looks like she's playing a detective.
Yeah, it really suits her, doesn't it?
But for a hard-hitting reporter like her, I'm sure playing
This
a
is gonna be the
detective
free,
didn't feel too far off at
outfit.
all.
That's for sure. The way she pursues the truth is already pretty intense.
Yep, they're giving the free outfits only for
Looks
4
like we get
stars.
to run into a bunch of old friends on the winglet. I feel like some fun times are in store.
Oh, for sure. So you don't miss out, travelers. All right, here's another piece of good news, and it has to do with the quest dialogue experience. I'm sure we've all tried to speed up the pace of a quest before by clicking through the dialogue, but most of the time you have to wait for a set
No way.
transition time to pass or for certain animations to play out before the next line can play. With the habits of different travelers in mind, the devs have decided to change this going forward. Starting in Luna 8, travelers can choose to no longer wait to advance dialogue. A single click can immediately move to the next line. Basically, the pacing of dialogue.
Okay, so
progression is now
it's kind of
something
like a
you
skip
can
button.
control.
They finally added kind of a skip button. I'll have to check it.
Oh, and we should also mention that the Sunny Summer Fontinalia event story is permanent as well. So travelers can play through
Okay,
it
so
at their own pace.
the summer events
I feel
from now
like
on
we
are
keep
permanent.
mentioning the winglet, but there's actually a bit
I hope
more
they're
we
adding the
share.
summer events
That's right. The ship's
that already
aquarium has
passed
become
back
a
to.
popular filming location, but it needs a bit more work before it can open for business.
Exactly. And that's where you come in, travelers. It's your job to get the aquarium up and running.
Of course, you can't have an aquarium without different species of fish. So the first step is to head underwater in Fontaine and do some
So
fishing.
this is kind of like
You
what they
might
did
even
in
spot
Honkai
some
Star Rail.
containers underwater with high-value collectibles inside.
Oh
So
my.
don't just be on the lookout for fish.
Yep. The goal is to surface at the designated area within the time limit with as many high-value fish and items as possible.
You can then use what you catch to decorate the aquarium and drum up people's interest.
And the more interest you manage to create, the more guests will visit the aquarium. You can even sell the collectibles as souvenirs to earn funds for the business.
Travelers can also head to the pool on the ship and use certain bait or nets to catch the fish that are being rehabilitated there.
Travelers can also look forward to various rewards.
Oh,
for their
we can
efforts,
get a free
including
Charlotte.
Primo gems, the chance to invite Charlotte to their parties, and her new outfit.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Wait. We can get Charlotte in her outfit at the same time?
It already
That's
said
so
it's free.
awesome.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Yep.
Wow.
So
I feel
don't
like
miss out,
so
travelers.
they kind of
Elsewhere in Fontaine, guests from all over Tevat have arrived for a joint marksmanship exercise.
Oh, looks like we have the Maison Gardiennage, the Flower Feather Clan, and the Knights of Favonius.
who is that?
Wow,
Hedwig.
seems like one expert
Where is
marksman after
freaking
another.
Harry?
Oh, for sure. And with their
Hedwig
help,
died
travelers
and
will
got
need to fire
reincarnated in
observation
Tevat.
grenades and guide the projectile as far as they can without hitting obstacles. The farther it flies,
Of course,
higher
the
score.
Fatui are still our
Oh,
target
looks like there's
practice.
some strategic thinking involved.
Importing some Fatui
Travelers
all the
can
way from
also look
Snezhnaya to
forward
get
to the return of
shot
another
at.
dance event over in Natland with Dance Easy Breezy Disco.
Ooh, I'm ready to dance. And this time, Mualani has invited even more friends to join.
Oh, cool. Melazines are there this time. And Asha.
Yep, just grab a few friends, follow the lead dancer.
So
the best you
they're
can,
making
and have a good
cross
time.
events now. This event takes place in Natlan.
Super cute. There are also a few new additions to
Okay, who cares
repertoire
about
of
that?
Myriad Melodies, including a new Not Cry album where roads are pledged to cross, and a new score theme for Columbina.
The most important part is that now you can
The
just
Ley Line
spam
Overflow
click
event
to
is also
go
returning,
over the
so
story.
Don't miss out on the chance to earn
Finally,
double
finally.
the
Look,
experience, materials, and more.
In addition, new character
Oh
and action
my.
cards are being added to Genius
I'm
Invocation
gonna
TCG.
play
Plus,
TCG
the Four
only to
Realms
get
Temper and Heated
Nefers
Battle
and
Mode are also
that
returning,
Fatui's
so don't miss out.
card.
All right,
Or
it's
whatever,
about time for
that
our last break.
Feather Clan or
Don't
what?
go anywhere,
I forgot the
travelers.
name of the clan.
We'll see you on the other side.
That's so cute. Look at the little Columbina that just wants to eat the desserts. Leave Columbina alone, Sandrone. Time remaining? Wait, what? Columbina is just too precious. I was thinking that Furina is gonna be forever my favorite character, but then they released Columbina, and I love her interactions with Sandrone. But yeah, what I was saying, first of all, the skip button. They kind of added the skip button now in some way. I'm gonna just spam click for the regular. Wait,
Welcome back,
There
travelers.
is more.
In the
There's more.
spirit of the season, a new summer-themed lobby
Oh,
and
bro.
summer outfits are coming to Miniasta
I hope
Wonderland.
they will
Let's
just
take a
add
look.
different updates in a separate. Just mention about the Miliastra in a separate thing. You know, I don't care. Unless you show some bikinis for the Miliastra character, I don't care. That guy is gonna sweat bullets. What the heck is with that? With his dress? Unless they add the freaking tongue to the bikini outfit in Miliastra, I am not. I'm never gonna play that game mode. I just have too many other games to play, you know. Even though they try to push it, but there is so much. Genshin X Miliastra Wonderland. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of surprising how they are.
Wow, the slide,
I mean-
the beach. This is perfect for summer.
Yeah, I know, right? It's the perfect place to chat, swim.
I mean, Miliastra
relax,
makes them a
or
surprisingly
even pick up an
big
instrument
amount of
and
money. So I
serenade
guess
your
they want to
friends.
keep it updated and stuff.
Some of these cosmetics actually look kind of familiar.
Yeah, almost like they've taken inspiration from some of our friends.
And those are just a few examples. A bunch of new outfits are coming to Miliastra Wonderland in the new version.
Sharky.
Also, be sure to check out the events to earn free rewards,
Oh my-
including prismatic
Just
crystals.
when you
and
start,
an
just give an
elegant
option.
4-star outfit
Ignore
set.
Miliastra
In
when you log
addition,
into the
editor
event.
is
You
also
know.
receiving a few new updates. For example, you can now keep the cursor displayed at all times, allowing craftspeople to design more user-friendly gameplay elements.
Nice. I feel like that opens the door for more interactive mechanics.
Oh, totally. And also, pre-aiming has been added to the skill editing interface, making it easier for craftspeople to create skills that require precise aiming.
Plus, with the new motion control component, you can now directly control the movement of objects.
Wow, sounds like you could even create a vehicle-like effect or something. The possibilities in Miliastra Wonderland just keep getting bigger.
Oh, they were already
Totally.
creating
In addition to
vehicles.
that,
I
Luna
played
Inc. is
a
also
mini game like
adding
that.
A new batch of environment assets and introducing support for customizing object colors and materials, giving craftspeople
Anything-
even more freedom over visuals.
Oh, you know what? From what I understand, a separate
All
team
right,
is handling
well,
the
that's it
Miliastra
for the
bit.
updates
So
to Miliastra Wonderland. Now let's move on to some out-of-game
out of
news.
maybe a
But why tell you
collab.
about it when I could just show
Copium?
you. Here, let's take a look.
Collab.
Oh,
Perfect.
HoYoFest!
That's the annual event in Southeast Asia, right? I wonder what's in store this time around.
I see art supplies.
And Southeast Asian landmarks.
Cool.
Ooh.
I
For
can
anyone
go.
who's not familiar, HoYoFest is a huge annual celebration held by HoYoverse that takes place across multiple cities in Southeast Asia.
Wow, that's a lot of cities.
Looks like there's a whole bunch of exclusive goodies and merch.
Snezhnaya
too.
card. Character pillows. If only I could, but it's Southeast Asia.
All right, guys, that's it for the Luna 8 special program. Honestly, this version has so much exciting content in store. I'm hyped for the Lunar Sea and some dance, easy breezy disco. Whoa.
I mean,
And
hyped
of
about the
course,
moon.
am so excited for Sandrone to return.
Yeah.
Yay! I just love her so much, and I can't wait for everyone to experience her journey and to meet Fagio and see some of her interactions with Columbina.
Columbina.
I'm so,
I love the way she
so
says it.
happy little grumpy wumpy granny is back. And that she gets a new outfit, even if it is just pajamas. I'm so excited for her to join the fun.
And I am also excited for Sandrone because I love her. And of course, I'm so excited for travelers to embark on this upcoming lunar adventure. It's crazy to even say, but it's not see you in game this time. It's
See you on the moon!
That technical is still in game, you know. Now, let's just talk about all of this stuff. So we are getting Sandrone. I've already seen tidbits of her new outfit, and people were going crazy about this on Twitter and on other social media. Like, bro, rabid about this entire thing. I think it looks great, you know. I do not mind. Apparently, they shortened her skirt. Maybe this is the part of me where I'm biased because I'm a waifu collector and I'm not shying about that. So, yeah, I truly do not mind the new change. Obviously, she was going to get her outfit changed because, bro, she did not have details of a 5-star. Like, oh, okay, this is perfect. She did not have the costume details of a 5-star. That's why people were not expecting her to be playable to begin with. And the truth is, I do not think Hoyo was planning for her to be playable either. I feel like they were planning to actually permanently kill her. That's why all the talks about the retcon. Look, bro, I've seen all the stuff, all the Reddit, all the drama, and so on so forth. They did retcon her, okay? And they did retcon Arlecchino. It's obvious that they wanted to go a different route with there. I've seen all the cope in the world. How about we just admit that across years, developers might change their mind and change how they, they wanted to go about a certain route, across 2, maybe 4 years. When we met a child, it's been like 4 years before we got Arlecchino, and Arlecchino was supposed to be this insane person child mentioning about how there is not a single sane bone in her body. And then we found out that he was actually attending tea parties with Arlecchino and so on and so forth. I've seen all the justifications like unreliable narrator or stuff like that. That's just copium, okay? That's pure copium. The simple truth is they did not they did not plan for Arlecchino to get redeemed and stuff like that. They planned for Arlecchino to be a combination of what we have with Cucabrena, They planned for her to work with Dottore and all that for child experiments and so on and so forth. But they did decide to just make her to kind of pass all the scenes on her predecessor. I don't know. Maybe it's because they've seen the reaction of the people to Signora and they were kind of worried what would happen if they also made Arlecchino and then killed her off. That's a possibility, and it's clear that Sandrone was meant to be a recluse, much like Dottore. Dottore more on the bio side of things, while she was more on the mecha side of things. Not sure if they were planning for her to be redeemed or something like that, but just based on the initial design, I mean, it's obviously that Columbina was planned to be playable, because they did not really change much from her costume. But in Sandrone's case, they had to kill her off and add her details. And they even killed off Purlonia. Like, come on. It's clear they did not plan for her to be playable, okay? Let's leave the cope at the door. But I'm glad they even had to add details to her eyes, Let's just leave the cope at the door, okay? She was not planned to be playable initially, but they changed their idea later on. Like, damn. And of course, bro, let's leave the copium. The ending would have been more impactful, more, if we did not already expect Sandrone to be playable. Did they already start drip marketing at that point for Sandrone? I do not really remember, but everyone was saying everywhere on every single goddamn platform, Sandrone playable in the future. So it's like, it kind of ruined everything again. But in any case, we are getting Sandrone. I do like her new outfit. I do not mind it. I think it looks very cool. An improvement over what it was before. I do not mind the shorter skirt. I do welcome it. I do not like the lack of Purlonia. I don't understand. I am a waifu puller, but I am also a sucker for cool designs, okay? And I think that getting to have Purlonia carry us in the open world, or, well, the way she was initially presented with a huge-ass bodyguard was just better, than this bot. I mean, I see 2 reasons why they got rid of Purlonia, but still, and Purlonia was Elaine's creation, so it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird lore-wise and reason-wise why they decided to make that change. Not exactly sure. Keep the short skirt, keep Purlonia, have her ride on Purlonia, and while she rides on Purlonia, the posture allows us to glimpse beyond, to infinity and beyond. But yeah, and the combat with Purlonia, I think, would have been cooler. It's already kind of cool how she shoots lasers. It's typical marionette thing to do, but I feel like having Purlonia fight like a bodyguard on the front lines while she's shooting lasers and kind of controlling both characters at the same time would have been even cooler. I don't know. Is that just me? In this case, it looks more like the bot is fully fighting on her behalf while she's just sipping tea, which is also very specific. Well, very much Sandrone, you know. The combat kind of reminds me of Mornies from Wuthering Waves, not gonna lie, the way they are all using lasers and lasering all over the place, even the way they kind of fly on the field. Mornier had her legs impaired. Sandrone kind of has her impaired too, but again, uh, it's kind of crazy. I cannot help but draw parallels between Lahairoi and Nodcry. You know, the characters, the designs, the locations, the way the story went, and it's just all coincidence. Like it takes months of work beforehand in order to make a region. Like you need to think about Honkai Star Rail and how long it took for them because of the new anti-JP sentiment in China. How long it took for them to just make some slight adjustments to Plan Arcadia. They didn't really change much. They changed the color of Sakura trees, maybe some other tidbits and accessories, but it takes them it took them extra weeks. Imagine just working everything from the ground. So yeah, it's just not possible, but still. And we do have the new shielding mechanic, Stellar Reaction. Cool. This is how they marketed it, huh? They needed a new type of vision to justify it. For Columbina, they kind of tied it to the moon and moon reactions and to Nodcry characters, even though are there characters outside of Nodcry that have lunar reactions? I don't think so, actually, now that I think about it. Just how there are no Natlan characters. But now it looks like we are getting Snezhnaya with the new stellar reactions. Polonia, okay, they just... So, Sandrone getting blasted through the heart was livable. But Perlonia just getting hit a few times wasn't. And she could not repair him for some special reason, you know. It's yeah, it's very, oh my god. Look, this is this is pretty much how I imagine it. Perlonia carrying her, you know, a bit higher. Maybe that's why they got rid of him. The scenery would have been too crazy, you know. Back to our Sandrone. She can fly.
Wow.
Like legit fly. We have another wanderer. I am so glad I skipped that guy.
Basically, by alternating between
And this is how she plays laser. It looks like it has kind of a big AoE. She's gonna need some grouping though.
Beams to clear out the field with ease. But that's
it kind of reminds me of how
with her elemental burst, Sandrone bombards
QED.
with artillery fire.
It kind of reminds me of how New Villetis played with tons of charged attacks. So on and so forth, you know. This will be very cool to play. But still, stellar reactions, stellar conduct. You know they are gonna be shield. If you are somebody that does not like Sandrone, and you did not really plan to pull for her, well, too bad, sucker. You need to pull for her because she's gonna be literally the face of the meta for at least until the Tsaritsa is released. And I feel like even after Tsaritsa is released, she's still gonna want to be paired with Sandrone. Sandrone is literally Columbina, buffing stellar conduct itself, or well, stellar reactions. Does she buff stellar conduct or stellar reactions? Oh, just the stellar conduct. Okay. Super conduct is converted to stellar conduct. Okay, and probably Tsaritsa is just gonna buff all stellar reactions. Anyway, I guess this explains the buffs, and I do not. Did they do this before with Venti and the others, locking the character buffs? We get Barbelot again. Okay, I love these little Dodokos, but did they do this before? I did not actually check the previous buffs because I've seen that the characters that they buffed actually did not turn out to get any better. At least not compared to the current meta, so I did not bother. But in this case, the buffs are fully locked behind Sandrone. Or, well, a stellar reaction character. So you don't have them. Well, too bad. The buffs are non-existent. Actually, no. She is. Her quality of life does not require Sandrone. Okay, I was actually wrong about this one. There are some quality of life, mostly for Miko. Actually, I think it's only Miko. Huh, it's only Miko. Miko is the only one. Miko is the only one that got actually buffed without considering Sandrone. That's so. I think it's because that's how she should have been from the very beginning. Her constructs should have never been destroyed. And Hoyo, in typical Hoyo fashion, always refuses to admit when they are wrong. So, like what? 4 years later, finally, we got the Miko we were supposed to get at the beginning, without her constructs being destroyed. And now we can finally start using her ultimate. But all the other buffs are mostly are only, as far as I can tell, for the stellar conducting. So Chi-Chi is only going to be useful on stellar conduct teams. It's kind of nice because there are 4 stars here, standard characters, and the Chi-Chi, half of them are like free, more than half of them are free. So you can get a base. What am I talking about? If you go for Sandrone, you are probably just going to have a completely juiced up team for her ready to go. Or, maybe Yaemiko, she could have also been used with Fischl. Now, at least Yaemiko is not just going to be a side grade for Fischl, That's kind of nice. Now, the map looks insane. I wish I like how they were like, Columbina had to do some cleaning. She had to do some cleaning, that's why the map, the moon looks different than when we've been here before. She just constructed with her own hands the 3 towers of Mordor right here, kind of leveled up the entire area, creating all kind of craters. She probably has a PhD in engineering and all that stuff, enabling her to do all of this, She even got us an elevator all the way to a destroyed space station. Which, bro, can somebody explain what exactly is the logic behind having a spaceship for dragons? Like, weren't they like capable of just moving through the void regardless? The moon goddesses were already on the moon, so what exactly is the point of this thing existing? This was before the heavenly principles came and before the existence of humanity. So I am a bit confused about this, Not exactly sure what is the purpose of it. I guess the moon goddess is kind of decorated with statues. The inside world is crazy, though. Look at this place. It's just gorgeous. It looks humongous. We are going to have so much to explore. And again, what is the point of a space station? Watching Tivat. Were the dragons actually just humans? We are calling them dragons, but they are just humans with some extra powers. Did that guy Nibelung just leave Teyvat in a spaceship? I was expecting him to, just go through the void using his dragon body, but now I'm starting to think maybe he just took a spaceship outside of Teyvat. The dragons are not freaking dragons. They are more like some kind of advanced prep human civilization stuff. I wonder if the Teyvat map is accurate. This kind of looks like the desert. That kind of looks like Fontaine. Not sure about the others. It's kind of weird seeing it in a round shape. But it's clear that we are approaching the age of stellar exploration in Genshin. And frankly, that's exciting me even more than this moon thing. Because they are definitely gonna do some kind of collab with Honkai Star Rail, right? They love doing collab between their games. The only collabs they ever did outside of the Fate collab was between Honkai Impact 3rd and Genshin, with Genshin sending characters from their world to Honkai Impact 3rd. So I'm expecting more about that. They're creating their own Hoyoverse. I'm kind of worried about ZZZ and how it fits in this Hoyoverse, you know. In Honkai Star Rail, it kind of makes sense encountering this Astral Express and the twins being able to just, you know, start exploring the world in their spaceship, going together. How exactly are they going to handle the twins thing? Because there is no way we are going to travel the world together with our twin, right? Or maybe yes, we do that in ZZZ, so it kind of makes sense. The mechanics looks great, being able to fly and all of that. I mean, it's kind of like in Teyvat, it's kind of reused, but in space would be way cooler. Like this will be, this looks just great, you know. There are so many biomes. They really went all in with this thing, you know. It's not just one. There are multiple biomes for the moon. It's like we are getting multiple. Is it wrong to say this looks better than Natlan? Whatever they cooked in Natlan looks worse than what they managed to do for a summer event. It sounds disrespectful, but I think it's fair and just truth. When we look up at the moon, okay, and the darks, this looks straight up out of Star Wars. I can already hear the Empire's theme playing the background. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Death freaking Deathstars. Limited time exploration. Probably the first. Look at this thing. It freaking looks like a little alien, the way it's shaped. So this is probably going to be the first ever, well, not the first ever, but the first area I'm going to fully explore since Fontaine. Which is kind of impressive for them. And we have Pajama, Sitlali. Bro, I kind of don't like how they try to find justification for costumes in game because they can't really, because we go to the moon, there is no justification for just having a summer outfit, you know, some kind of bikini or not, or stuff like that. So they can only do in game. And in game, the justification for this is simply because Sitlali was relaxing. Bro, we need to kill that NPC. He's so too much. He's so too much. We need to kill him. Like, damn. Sitlali must be protected. That creep was looking at her too hard. But yeah, literally the only justification for this costume is that we happen to stumble on her being in her pajamas. So it's a little of a weak justification, you know. The look is still having his old dress permanently on him, so it's like, okay. I might get this outfit. Is very cutesy, you know. I do like her base outfit. I feel like most of these outfits, unless they improve the model, are just side grades to the base outfits. That's the downside of having a cool base, you know, for a character. But this one looks nice. It depends. We'll have to see if I'm actually gonna spend for her. We have Charlotte's. Cute, all that. It looks just like her usual dress, just on brown. Not exactly. It's a free. It's a free costume, completely expected. You know. This reminds me of the Belobog Museum in Honkai Star Rail and a lot of other. They love doing this kind of events in Honkai Star Rail. This kind of reminds me of what was that submerge dredge gameplay. Wuthering Waves also did the kind of dredge gameplay for their summer update with the islands, and now it's Honkai Star Rail. It's time to do it. Cool. You know what? They could have taken this opportunity to revamp fishing and actually make it worthwhile. But it feels like every game that added fishing just realized that it sucks and nobody plays it, and then just gave up on it. Yeah, and you know what? Fair. We are getting a free Charlotte. I think I already have her at Constellation 6, so I don't really care. I don't really know how we are going to justify using the Fatui as gun test targets when we are reaching Snezhnaya, but you know what? I dance, easy breezy disco, and rerun of this event. I do not really care. And more music, lane line overflow. I'm gonna play TCG just to get the coins to get Nefer and this one because damn, they look impressive. You know, outside of this, it was so cute. This little stage, it's so well done. Outside of that, Liestra Wonderland. Whew. I know people play it, but it's kind of full of mini games that there are better games out there representing these mini games. You understand? You got my drift. Is the only difference is like these are kind of lower quality. Most of the time, they're just lower quality copies of existing games. It's just that they use Genshin textures and tidbits. You know, it's like I can't be bothered to really care about it. Wait, we have an extra, bro.
This also happens to be the last version of the Song of the Welkin Moon. And I'm a bit sad to see it go, but honestly,
They added more at the end. I got tricked.
Travelers. So, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And don't forget to come back to Nod.
Is literally just
Okay, we
around
get
the
the
corner.
Snezhnaya
You
tidbit.
know, I almost feel
Bill?
The trailer for Snezhnaya hidden at the end.
Paimon. War is coming.
Okay, so straight off the bat, it's clear that we are gonna face the freaking heavenly principles. We are close to facing them, and Paimon is about to be revealed as an antagonist. Maybe is the missing space, being.
This is
Asmodai.
no time to rest on our laurels.
Oh, this looks amazing. This is like the Christmas village.
Devoted until our
Well,
banner
better.
flies high and the dust has settled.
Child.
Snow grows heavier even as we speak. How much time do we and the people of Snezhnaya have left? You mean Project Stuja?
The music. Bunny with kind of cursed, but okay. Oh, that does not really look like Snezhnaya. Where is the snow?
How much trust have we lost to this plan already? How's that for a numbers game?
Mora isn't water. Sometimes it can flow in unnatural directions.
How much? How much trust?
How much trust have we lost to this
Is she talking about the trust of Snezhnaya subjects, or is she talking about the trust of other nations?
plan already? How's that for a numbers game?
Yeah, I'm surprised the marionette cares about others' trust.
Mora isn't water. Sometimes it can flow in unnatural directions.
Where am I?
Oh, this is cool. We got the traveler is blasting.
Gotta get back to Paimon.
This has been entirely unconstructive.
Agreed.
How about some answers for once?
Silence! Your Majesty, today's outcome.
Is that the rooster?
A tomb and birch trees, the Tsar's final tokens of affection. That which I set in motion, I shall see to an end. A tomb and birch trees, the Tsar's final tokens of affection. That which I set in motion,
It was kind of low volume, but okay. At Birchen, so the Tsar's tokens of affection. So the Tsar, I guess the mortal ruler of Snezhnaya, fell in love with the Tsaritsa. They probably fell in love together, and probably the heavenly principles struck them down because they will not allow an Archon and a mortal. Probably. To be honest, if they did something like that, I can see outcrying online because, you know, people would call dibs probably on the Tsaritsa.
The Tsar's final tokens of affection to an end.
It will be kind of, after all that hype, to turn out that the Tsaritsa was only doing this so she can revive her lover. It does look more like it's for the entire nation, however. So they really did not show much of it. They showed the new boss enemy, which looks kind of crazy. This bunny looks rabid. Rather than a regular enemy, it looks like it's gonna be a boss fight. Probably the shortest boss fight in the entire game, but a boss fight. And we get a new region, or well, a new...
Plan already. How's that for a numbers game?
Mora isn't water. Sometimes it can flow in
And we get more about the Traveler's new gun gameplay. We are still shooting in the Fatui. I was thinking that we might join the Fatui, actually. And the costume kind of makes me think we join the Fatui, but it's not the case. This is not actual.
Gotta get back to Paimon.
This has been entirely unconstructive.
Agreed.
How about some answers for once?
Silence,
That's child.
Your Majesty.
How about some answers for once?
As expected.
As expected, there are almost no harbingers left. Almost half are gone. Yeah, this looks like a mini game. It looks like kind of how we played as Lohan and assassinated these guys. It looks kind of the same. I'm a bit disappointed that it's not gonna be, I was expecting the Glacial Traveler's kit to maybe be tied to guns, but it does not look like that's the case. It looks like this is just some exploration mini game mode specific for Snezhnaya. I do love the costume though, and I want to see how it will look on Lumine, especially. I was expecting us to join the Fatui after hearing the Tsaritsa's plan. Maybe we will, but at this point we still fight them. Project Stutza, and it looks like the citizens of Snezhnaya are not happy with whatever this project is. They are kind of getting locked. The music, though. How did the blades extend so much? This looks more like Liu than Snezhnaya.
How much trust have we lost to this plan already? How's that for a numbers game?
Where is the sequence where they are locking people?
And the dust remain devoted. No time. War is coming.
The war against the heavenly principles.
On our laurels. We must remain
The sky is just
devoted until our banner.
like the Tsaritsa's palace looks this is gonna be the best looking region of them all. Maybe only Fontaine I feel it could reach this level.
Flies high and the dust has settled.
But the snow grows heavier even as we speak. How much time do...
I mean, look at them. These two guys look like Miliastra agents.
But the snow grows heavier even as we speak. How
The snow grows heavier as we speak.
much time do we and the people of Snezhnaya have left? Do we and the people of Snezhnaya have left.
I feel like they kind of cut him.
But the snow grows heavier even as we speak. How much time do we and the people of Snezhnaya have left? You mean Project Stuja?
They really put accent on that train. Project Stuza, I still don't know what exactly is that about. Is snow growing heavier in Snezhnaya? Is that like a metaphor? Does it mean like the climate is getting colder and colder, so they kind of need something to reverse that? Or it kind of, the tomb and birch trees, the Tsar's final tokens of affection. Affection for who? It is probably going to be for the Tsaritsa. If the Tsar and the Tsaritsa, it's like a pair, you know. We already have an example of Alice and her husband, but yeah, I guess we're gonna have to see how it turns out. So far, the new areas, both the moon and the Snezhnaya bit, look absolutely gorgeous. They look incredible. My main concerns are again the stellar reaction. I am a bit concerned there. Hopefully, they are going to add more 4-star characters, good 4-star characters with it. I know that the Traveler is going to be one, but the Traveler's kit kind of always sucked, so maybe that's going to be changed. And, well, the end, I guess. This is going to be the end of Genshin 1, you know? After this, we are probably gonna go to Celestia or Nordcry, but this is the end of the 7 nations of Teyvat. That's it. You know, whenever a chapter ends and another begins, there is always a period of transition, and depending on how Hoyo handles it, it might hurt or empower the game. They handled it terribly in Honkai Impact 3rd. Hopefully, they learned from it. And we're not going to have so much drama in this case, you know? So, yeah. That will be it about the live stream and all. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, which is going to be tomorrow, when I wonder, the contingency contract is not going to be available yet, but the new difficulty for ZZ is going to be available. So we are going to do that. Well, it's already available, but I did not bother doing it now. We're going to do it tomorrow. Hopefully, it's not going to take hours upon hours to finish. Hopefully, maybe it's going to be a short stream, you know? Or maybe not hopefully. Maybe it's going to be a long one. Who knows? But yeah, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Good luck with your pools, and bye for now.